Okay, so starting with space physics, and space physics is a new topic, and most of the part of this section is related to, or most of the part is theoretical, not calculation part is included. Mostly the theory section is included for space physics. And initially we have to discuss about the theory of Earth, Sun, the axis, all the basic concepts which we already know. Let's suppose if we start from the Earth's axis. Okay, so if we talk about the Earth axis, so Earth is a rocky type planet, right? Because we observe Earth on daily basis and we know about more about Earth as compared to the other planets. So Earth is a rocky type planet and it orbits around the sun, right? Because we know that we are in a solar system. There are 8 different planets and all are orbiting around the sun, right? So the basic theory related to the Earth is a rocky planet which rotates in a circular path around the sun. And the second important thing, it rotates on its axis, which is the line through. So in compass, we have 4 different dimensions: north, east, west, south. So when we are talking about the rotation of the Earth on the axis, so it rotates on a line which is moving through the north and south poles. So it means Earth rotates on an axis, or we consider a line which is moving from north to south. So just like same like the magnetic field, we discuss in the magnetic field that magnetic field will always flow from north to south. So that is the reason that Earth will also rotates in the axis, following the line from north to south, right? And further, if we talk about the time duration for full rotation, so if we talk about the time for one rotation, so in how many time Earth completes its one full rotation?
360 days?
Mm, okay, so basically there are 2 different concepts. One, when we are talking about the orbiting around the sun, so that is in a solar system. And the second thing is, let's suppose if we consider Earth as a sphere and there is an axis between the Earth So the first concept is this is the axis for Earth, and Earth is rotating or just moving around its fixed axis, just like the DC motor we discussed, that there is an axle, or just you simply consider the example of wheel of cycle or bicycle of car, that there is an axle between the wheel and wheel is rotating around that fixed axis. So same like the Earth is also rotating around the fixed axis. Okay, so we are talking about the rotation of an Earth. So rotation of an Earth is just like, let's suppose we consider Earth and an axis around which Earth is rotating. So we consider the example of a wheel, just like the wheel is rotating around the fixed axis. So same goes for the Earth. So how much time will Earth take to rotate completely around its axis?
24 hours?
Yes, 24 hours. And when we are talking about completely in the orbit around the sun, so that will take 365 point something, that is round of 365 days. So Earth complete one rotation Earth completes one full rotation in 24 hours, right?
Yes.
Okay, second, if we talk about the day and night, so basically when we are talking about the rotation, so Earth rotation on its axis create day and night, right? Let's suppose if we consider the same example for the Earth, and now we consider the sun on the right hand side. So normally when Earth rotates, which take almost 24 hours, so it means half rotation will complete in 12 hours. So when Earth rotates half cycle, so half of the face of the Earth facing sun, right? So that part of the Earth have daytime, and the remaining part of the Earth which is not facing the sun will have the night time, right? So half phase of the Earth is facing the nighttime and half phase of the Earth is facing daytime, right?
Yes.
Okay, so the second, so day is experienced by half of the Earth surface, right? That is facing sun, and night is other half of the Earth surface facing away from the sun. So day is experienced by half of the Earth that is facing sun, and the second part, the part which is not facing sun, is experiencing nighttime, right? So half time we are facing the daytime and the other half we are facing the night. And it depends upon the rotation of the earth. The part which is facing the sun experience daytime and the other part experience the nighttime, right?
Yes.
So these are some basic concepts which is related to the earth's axis. And further, if we talk about the earth orbit, so the second concept is related to the earth's orbit. First is related to First one is related to the Earth's axis, which is only related to the Earth about its rotation around its axis. And the second one is around orbit, which now we are talking about that Earth is now revolving around the sun, which is in 365 days. The second concept is related to the Earth's orbit. Okay, so when we talk about the Earth's orbit, so the basic thing we know that Earth completes its complete movement around the sun in 365 days, right? So that is the Earth orbit. Okay, so the first important concept that is related to the Earth's rotation or the Earth's orbit is related to the complete time which is taken by the Earth to move around the sun, that is 365 days. And second, if we talk about the phase or the time duration, let's suppose if we take the example, okay, so if we talk about the seasons or the rotation of the earth around the sun, so now let's suppose if we talk about the season, so you know that we experience four different seasons during these 365 days. Okay. So there are total four seasons starting from the right hand side. So let's suppose normally or typically 21st December or from 21st December, we start experiencing the winter. So this cycle goes like this. So Earth is experiencing the winter season when it is around 21st December, and then it moves towards the cycle December, January, February, March. So when we are talking about the 20 March or around 20 March, so season will again change and it will change into the spring. So the second season we are facing after the 20 March or the related to the March. So we are experiencing the second season, that is the spring, right? And after that, around 21st June or the dates related to the June, season will again change. And then we are experiencing the next season, which is of,
Summer?
yes, summer. So we are experiencing summer after the June and then 23rd September or around the dates of September. The last season we experienced, that is of,
Fall?
that is autumn, right?
Yes.
So this is a normal cycle for the Earth, which is around the sun in 365 days, considering four different seasons and their typical dates or the estimated dates, along which the season will change, or you can say that the temperature or the whole atmosphere will change according to the dates because it depends upon the rotation of the Earth. Because when Earth is rotating around the sun, so different part of Earth facing the sun, let's suppose if we consider this diagram and compare it with the others. So in all diagrams, Earth is facing from the different parts to the sun. So that's why we experience different type of seasons in 365 days, right?
Yes.
Okay. Further, if we talk about the Earth, so now compare the property of Earth with the Moon. Okay, so the second property is, so the second concept is related to Moon and Earth. So we consider Moon is a satellite. So we consider Moon as a satellite, just like the satellite which is revolving around the Earth. So we also consider Moon as a satellite. So Okay, so we consider moon also like a satellite, and if we consider and if we talk about the rotation and the axis which on which it rotates around the earth, so the time taken by the moon is, so it travels the earth. We consider that moon travels around the earth roughly in a circular orbit. We know that not all orbits are completely or smoothly circular. There will be change in the shape and the difference of the movement around the earth or any other planet, but we consider roughly it is a circular orbit once a month, because we know that every or after each month we observe the new age of the moon. So it means that it will take around 27 to 28 days. So that is the age of the moon. Okay, sorry for the interruption. So we are talking about the sun. Sorry, we are talking about the moon. So moon normally takes 27 to 28 days to complete the rotation around the earth, right? And it will also, and moon will also revolves around its own axis in a month, that same like the earth, that earth will rotate about its fixed axis. So the moon has its own axis and moon has its own orbit. So moon will revolve and rotate around its fixed orbit and the fixed axis. And it always facing the sun, it's always facing the earth. So we observe moon in the night time and the sun in the daytime because of that half rotation of that 12-hour time period. So that is the reason, but moon is always facing the earth. Now, after that, we consider the phases of the moon, just like the we consider with the different season of the earth, which is facing the sun in different positions in different interval of 365 days, right? Any confusion?
No.
Okay. So you may join back, then we will start with the phases of the moon.
Okay.